You know how this industry works. We're constantly told that if a rifle isn't polymer-framed, fully modular, and redesigned every few years, it's somehow outdated. I see it happen all the time at gun shops. People trading in absolute classics, beautifully crafted steel and walnut rifles, just to chase the latest flat black trend that marketing departments are hyping hard. But something interesting has been happening lately, and honestly, it's great to see. Shooters are changing direction. They're opening old safes, dusting off rifles they almost forgot about, and realizing something important. True craftsmanship, solid mechanics, and real-world performance matter more than flashy ads and buzzwords. Today, we're taking a closer look at 5 rifles that never truly disappeared. They weren't replaced, they were simply overlooked. These are proven platforms that continue to deliver where it counts, showing that classic engineering still gets the job done, sometimes better than the newest designs on the shelf. Number 5. Remington Model 760 Game Master. We're starting this list with a true classic, often jokingly called the Amish machine gun. The Remington Model 760 Game Master is straight-up mid-century American engineering. This is a pump-action hunting rifle built in an era when reliability mattered more than trends, commonly chambered in serious calibers like .30-006. For decades, especially in the dense woods of the Northeast, this rifle was everywhere. When visibility was short and shots came fast, the 760 ruled the timber. Bolt guns eventually stole the spotlight, and the Game Master quietly faded into the background. But it never stopped working. And now, it's finding its way back into the hands of hunters who remember what speed and simplicity feel like. The reason is obvious once you carry one. The manual action is lightning quick. When a buck explodes out of cover and you need a second shot immediately, a pump action delivers faster follow-ups than any traditional bolt rifle. That matters when the moment is measured in seconds, not marketing claims. At roughly 7.5 pounds with a 22-inch barrel, the 760 balances beautifully near the receiver. It swings fast for snapshots, but still has the steadiness to make clean hits out to 200 yards. In a market obsessed with carbon fiber stocks and aluminum chassis systems, this old-school pump rifle is a reminder that straightforward mechanics still get results. Durability is another reason these rifles refuse to disappear. They're rugged, uncomplicated, and forgiving in bad weather. You can still find them on used racks for around $500 to $600, and maintaining one doesn't require specialized tools or a gunsmith on speed dial. With ammo prices climbing, owning a rifle that handles everything from varmints to big game is just smart planning. There's also something about the feel. That walnut stock settles into your shoulder when the cold sets in. The crossbolt safety is positive and secure when you're pushing through brush. It's the kind of rifle that inspires confidence. Not flashy, just dependable. Like an old hunting dog that doesn't need praise to do its job. Of course, it isn't perfect. The pump stroke can feel a bit loose on rifles that have seen decades of hard use. Replacement parts aren't as easy to find since Remington shifted priorities, and tracking them down can take patience. Still, talk to hunters on the forums, and you'll hear the same story. These rifles are still dropping deer today, just like they did generations ago. Pros: extremely fast follow-up shots thanks to the pump action, lightweight and easy to carry over long hunts. Affordable entry into a proven legacy platform. Reliable feeding across calibers like .243, .308, and .30-06. Cons: some later models used plastic trigger guards that can feel cheap. Limited aftermarket support. Recoil can be sharp in larger calibers. Thin barrel heats up quickly during extended shooting. The Remington 760 Game Master is proof that some rifles never die. They just wait for shooters to remember why they mattered in the first place. Number 4. Savage Model 99. Coming in at number 4 is a rifle that didn't just push boundaries, it completely changed how lever guns were built. The Savage Model 99 was revolutionary from the moment it appeared in the late 1800s. At a time when most lever actions were limited to low-pressure cartridges, the Model 99 was engineered to handle smokeless powder rounds like the .303 Savage, giving hunters flatter trajectories and longer effective range than anything else in its class. This rifle was decades ahead of its time. It featured an internal hammer and the famous rotary magazine, a design that fed cartridges smoothly and dropped spent brass straight down instead of flinging it sideways. That setup kept the action clean and the shooter's sightline unobstructed. While bolt-action rifles eventually stole the spotlight, the Model 99 never lost its practical edge, and now it's finding its way back into the woods. The reason is simple: speed and handling. In thick brush, where shots happen fast, the Model 99 shines. It carries the charm of a classic lever gun, but the balance and pointability feel surprisingly modern. Most examples weigh between 6.5 and 8 pounds, often with a 20 or 22-inch barrel, making them incredibly quick to shoulder and easy to swing through dense cover. Inside 150 yards, it delivers more than enough punch for real hunting work. Price-wise, these rifles typically fall in the $800 to $1,200 range, depending on condition and configuration. And for that money, you're not just buying a hunting rifle, you're buying functional craftsmanship. The action is famously smooth, cycling effortlessly even with gloves on during late-season hunts. Collectors are restoring them, while reloaders are experimenting with updated loads that squeeze impressive performance out of classic cartridges. That rotary magazine deserves special attention. Because it isn't a tube design, it safely accepts pointed bullets, which was a massive leap forward at the time. 5 rounds sit securely on the internal spool, feeding cleanly and reliably. Add in takedown variants that can be broken down for transport, and you've got a rifle that's surprisingly well suited for deep backcountry travel. This rifle has stories behind it. Stories of feeding families during hard times and putting meat on the table when it mattered most. Today, it's popping up all over modern media as shooters rediscover how capable it still is. The Model 99 may not be a precision bench rest rifle, but in real-world conditions, it feels alive and responsive in a way few modern designs do. Pros: extremely fast cycling for close range and moving targets. Sleek internal hammer that won't snag in thick brush. Downward ejection keeps the action clear and allows easy topping off. Takedown models make transport and storage incredibly convenient. Cons: lever loop can pinch fingers if cycled carelessly. Older wood stocks can warp if not maintained in humid environments. Factory iron sights are basic, and mounting modern optics often requires custom work. Many vintage models lack sling studs, requiring aftermarket solutions. The Savage Model 99 proves that smart engineering never goes out of style. It's a perfect blend of history, innovation, and field-proven performance. And that's exactly why it earns its place on this list. Number 3. Ruger M77 with Tang Safety. Taking the number 3 spot is a rifle that brought old-school reliability back into the spotlight. The Ruger M77, specifically the early Tang Safety models. When Ruger rolled this rifle out in the 1970s, it reintroduced true controlled feed bolt-action performance to American hunters who wanted strength over flash. What sets this generation apart is that rear tang safety. From an ergonomic standpoint, it's almost perfect. Your eye never leaves the animal, your thumb naturally sweeps the safety forward, and the shot breaks without hesitation. It's intuitive, fast, and confidence-building in high-pressure moments. The M77 is a no-nonsense bolt gun, commonly chambered in classic flat-shooting cartridges like .270 Winchester. While it faded from popularity for a while, it's making a serious comeback. Collectors are hunting them down, but more importantly, real hunters are putting them back into the field. The heart of this rifle is its controlled round feed system. The bolt captures the cartridge as it leaves the magazine and keeps it locked to the bolt face the entire cycle. That means smooth feeding, zero hiccups, and complete control even when the rifle is tilted or cycling fast. With a 24-inch barrel, the rifle typically weighs between 7 and 8 pounds and balances beautifully on the shoulder. It's especially effective for still hunting whitetails at dusk when precision matters most. With quality ammunition, the M77 is fully capable of consistent hits out to 300 yards. On the used market, prices generally land between $700 and $1,000, making it a strong value for shooters who want Ruger's reputation for durability rather than lightweight, disposable designs. The walnut stock tells its own story. Scratches and dings don't ruin it. They add character. The three-position safety lets you lock the bolt while keeping the rifle safe, which is ideal for long hikes or rough terrain. And this rifle's resurgence isn't hype. People are seriously trusting it again. Hunters and guides alike are talking about carrying the M77 into harsh environments, including remote Alaskan country, where failure isn't an option. This rifle encourages disciplined shooting, slow, deliberate trigger pulls, clean fundamentals. Online forums are full of shooters betting these actions and tuning them for impressive accuracy. It doesn't wear carbon fiber or flashy coatings, but that tang safety feels natural, almost instinctive. It's a rifle you choose when you value reliability, or when you want to pass something meaningful down to the next generation. Pro's tang safety placement allows quick engagement without lifting your head. Controlled round feed minimizes feeding issues in dirt, snow, or rain. Large Mauser-style extractor ensures consistent, powerful extraction. Integrated scope ring system mounts directly to the receiver for maximum rigidity. Cons: early bolts can feel stiff until properly worn, and hinged floor plate can pop open if the latch isn't checked during rough travel. Factory trigger pull is heavy, often around 5 pounds, and benefits from adjustment. Deep blued finish looks great, but can scratch easily in hard use. The Ruger M77 tang safety isn't trendy, but it's trusted. And that's exactly why it's earning its place back in the field. Number 2. Winchester Model 70, Pre-64. At number 2 is the Winchester Model 70 Pre-64, often called the rifleman's rifle. This is one of those guns that set the standard and never really got surpassed. Built with controlled round feed and a massive claw extractor, it's known for feeding and extracting no matter the conditions. Originally introduced in the 1930s, this rifle earned its reputation in both military service and American deer camps. For a while, it was overlooked, but today, demand is climbing fast, especially for featherweight models in classic calibers like .30-06. At around 6.5 pounds, it's ideal for long hikes in rough terrain while still delivering excellent accuracy out to several hundred yards. What draws people back is the feel. The bolt runs smooth, the walnut stock shoulders naturally, and everything about the rifle feels purposeful. Older hunters trusted it for one-shot kills, and now a new generation is restoring them and pairing them with modern optics. It's a perfect mix of old-school craftsmanship and real-world performance. Prices have gone up, but you're paying for quality, history, and a rifle that still gets the job done without gimmicks. Pros: extremely reliable controlled round feed. Smooth, proven action, lightweight featherweight versions, classic walnut stock and balance. Cons: expensive due to collector demand, limited magazine capacity, replacement parts can be hard to find. Bluing needs care in harsh weather. This is a rifle built to last generations, and it still earns its place in the field today. Number 1. Remington Model 788. Taking the top spot is the rifle making the strongest comeback of them all. The Remington Model 788. Built between the late 60s and 1980, this bolt-action was never meant to be flashy. It was designed as an affordable, no-frills working rifle, offered in practical calibers like .243 and .308. For years it lived in the shadow of the Model 700, but today it's being rediscovered as a hidden gem. Hunters are snapping these up fast, especially varmint shooters and younger hunters. With a short 20-inch barrel and weighing under 7 pounds, it's easy to carry and easy to handle in tight cover or long walks. What really fuels the hype is accuracy. Many of these rifles will shoot sub 1.5-inch groups at 100 yards straight from the factory. The rear-locking bolt design gives it a quick lock time, which helps explain its precision. Used prices are still reasonable, often around $400, making it one of the best values in classic American rifles. The blind magazine keeps dirt and snow out. The crossbolt safety is positive and simple, and the overall design is tough enough to take years of hard use. Owners love telling stories about clean hits at dusk, using nothing but iron sights. It's honest steel and walnut, built to work, not to impress on a spec sheet. Sure, it has flaws. The trigger isn't great out of the box, but it's easily improved with a little work. Parts can be harder to find, and it was never meant to be a modern modular platform. But that's exactly why people love it. Pros: excellent accuracy for the price, compact, lightweight, and easy to handle. Affordable entry into a proven American rifle, blind magazine keeps debris out, fast bolt operation, cons factory, trigger needs improvement, push feed design isn't perfect with all ammo, limited aftermarket and spare parts. Iron sights can drift under heavy use. The Remington 788 proves that great rifles don't disappear. They just wait to be rediscovered. All right, that wraps it up. 5 rifles that never really disappeared. They just waited for people to notice them again. Whether it's the accuracy you can trust, the bomb-proof old-school engineering, or that undeniable sense of nostalgia, these classics are finding their way back into the woods and onto the range. Now I want to hear from you. Which one are you pulling out of the safe and taking hunting? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and join the conversation. We've got a lot more deep dives coming: legendary rifles, hunting history, and the stories behind the steel. Take care out there, hunt responsibly, and I'll catch you in the next one.